Hey y'all, it's Mary and welcome to Mask Monday. I have some eye masks on. They're clear, but I'll tell you about them in a minute. And then I'm going to put this Rhodial, it is vitamin C energizing face mask on. I've had this for a while and I haven't used it. And I want to see what it's all about. I love Rhodial products. So let's see. This is very moisturized. It's sopping. So it has a covering to it, I think. Wait a second. Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's thick, so it feels like it's gonna peel, but then it's hard to see. Okay, it is peeling. It smells good. You know, I think it's a gel. It is. It's going to be one of these difficult ones to put on. Oh my goodness, y'all. It's very, very thin. Okay, hang on a minute. Some of the times I wonder if we should put these on and then peel it off. But I have tried that and that's not easy to do either. Nothing's easy. So this is clear also, which is neat. I didn't realize I had picked two clear items. So anyway, did y'all have a good holiday? And today is the federal holiday for 4th of July, for Independence Day. So I'm off today. Happy to say, happy to get a day off. I know some people still have to work on holidays. I've worked holidays in my lifetime, but I'm blessed to be off. Okay, hey, this is really nice. This feels good. Actually, Carolyn Gardner did a Rhodial mask, not this one, but a different one. The other, was it last Mask Monday maybe? Possibly. And she really loved it. And it was one she got on Boxycharm add-ons. Now this one, I did not get that way. I would say that I got this in a box, but I don't recall what box I got it in. So, but it's vitamin C energizing face mask, and just their products are so nice. It's very lots of essence, which is good. It feels really good, and it is staying on nicely. This is always a part I have trouble with most, I guess, from talking. But look at it's just even staying down. It's yeah, right there. It doesn't want to stick to my eyes. But I do have those eye masks on, so that could be my problem. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, okay, the eye masks, you know, Rhodial is a rather expensive skincare line, excellent line. I really like it. I've gotten, anything I've tried from them, I've gotten in boxes. And back in the fall, Glossybox had a really nice box of Rhodial products, and I got a bunch of things in there. This mask did not come in there though, it came somewhere else. It came in another box. And then I got this Erno Laszlo multitask eye serum mask recently, and I don't remember which box I got it from, but that's what the eye masks are that I have. And Erno Laszlo also is an excellent skincare line and makeup line, honestly. I've been using Erno Laszlo since my 20s. And they're also very expensive. It was one of those things that I started to work downtown Chicago in Michigan Avenue area, and then went to the fancy shops and discovered that. And I really liked it, but it was expensive, you know, but I lived at home, so it was, I could spend my money on things back then. So anyway, okay, so this is feeling really good. And it just says to leave on for 10 or 15 minutes. I need one of those chin masks again. Anyway, so I thought what I would do is some more of these have you ever questions and see how far I get. So the first one is, have you ever driven a stick shift? And yes, I have. Actually what I did when I wanted to learn stick shift. When I was younger, cars, they still had many cars that were sold in stick shift. And that's how old I am. So now I don't even know if they sell any new ones like that anymore. But I actually bought a stick shift car without knowing how to drive it. And at the time, my boyfriend, you know, he had to drive us home from the car dealer and try to show me how to drive, and he just had no patience with me. So I had to get someone to teach me how to drive it, and of all people, my brother, who is also another man without any patience, he said he would show me, and he did have complete and utter patience with me. And you know where he took me? He took me to the cemetery. And that's where I learned to drive a stick shift. He's like, this way you won't kill anybody. And that's where I learned to drive my car. So anyway, so that's my story about stick shift. But I really think that even in this day and age, everybody should know how to drive a stick shift, just because it's helpful to know the mechanics of the car, especially in an emergency situation. What if something happened and you had to move a truck or something? I mean, to have that knowledge is good, but I don't know that people will do that. Have you ever had frostbite? Now, being from the north, I have probably cried and all that to say that I probably had frostbite, but not really. Real frostbite is very, very damaging to your body, and people lose their fingers and toes over it. And of course, that's never happened to me, but I have been very, very cold where I thought that my hands and feet were frozen. It can get very, very cold up north. In Chicago, where I lived, there sometimes would be, you know, like 40 and 50 below zero temperatures. So, but mostly when it's like that, you shouldn't go out. But you still have to go and do your, you know, go to work, do your things, go to the grocery store. So you can't get very cold, that's for sure. Have I ever hitchhiked? And yeah, I have. But that was many, many, many years ago, and never by myself. And I can't even recall. I remember one time getting in a truck with someone, but I was with other people and I felt safe. And yeah, I won't go too much into that. But I have, when I moved to Alabama, the people here are just so nice. And a lot of people don't lock their doors, and not anymore. Things are changing, you know, as they do everywhere. But people would hitchhike all the time here. I don't really see that anymore. But I was driving down the road one day, going to work, and there was this little family, this husband and wife, young people, and they had a baby in a stroller. They had a baby that was walking, and they had a baby in their arms. And I was like, what the heck are they walking down the road for? No sidewalks, you know, country road. So I stopped and said, are y'all okay? Because I thought, well, maybe their car broke down. I didn't see a broken down car. No, they were just walking. They weren't, it was, I don't know, another mile or two to the grocery store. And then when they got to that grocery store, somebody was going to be picking them up or something. And I said, do you want to ride? And they were very grateful. And, you know, they could have done anything to me, but they didn't. They were nice people. I mean, I got out, we put the stroller in the trunk and all that kind of stuff. So they had full access if they wanted to, you know, murder me or something. But people are nice here. So of course that didn't happen. So, but then I told people I did that, and people told me don't do that. So, and the situation has never risen again for that to happen. I do sometimes see people on the road, and if I do think that they're in distress or anything, I just call the police and get them some help. So don't worry about me, I don't do that. Have I ever gone hunting? And no, I have not. It is a very big deal here. People hunt, they have the deer season, and the bow season starts out with the bow season, then with the guns and dove season and all these other things that I don't know all of them, but it's a very big deal here. It's a very big sporting type of thing here, and it's a very big deal to go hunting, but it's not anything that I'm interested in doing. So then my next question is, have I ever shot a gun? And yes, I have shot a gun. And the guns that I have shot have been people's hunting guns most of the time. So I have learned, when I was married, my husband had lots of guns, and he liked to shoot and taught me how. Something I did wrong here with this sheet mask, but okay, it's falling off right there. So I have some knowledge of guns. I don't have a lot of knowledge of guns, but I probably could do something with a gun to save my life if I had to. So, and that is all from being in the South. Up north, no, I never shot a gun before I moved here, and never would have considered it before I moved here. So let's move on to something happier. Have I ever been to a fashion show? I have. I've been to several fashion shows, and they are lots and lots of fun, especially if you know the designers or someone involved in the show. I have known makeup artists and hairstylists that are involved in the shows, and that's how I have gone. In the many years ago, when I worked and lived in Chicago, that's how I got to go to fashion shows. And they're just a lot of energy and a lot of fun. Have I ever cut my own hair? No, I have not. I am left-handed, and a lot of things I do, I was raised in a family of no one else was left-handed but me. And my mom would try to show me something like crocheting or something, and it was very difficult. And I learned a lot of things I learned to do right-handed way. And then when I was a teenager, I saw they had products that had come out that were made for left-handed people, like a left-handed can opener and a left-handed scissor. And I tried those things and I couldn't use them. I had to use the right-handed item in my left hand. So I don't even know where I'm at now. Why was I talking about all that? Oh yeah, cut my own hair. So my mom, I can't do things in the mirror backwards. I have a lot of trouble in the mirror. If I have something, say, under this eye, I'm like, oh, my right eye's hurting, and I go to the mirror, then I start picking at this eye. I have trouble with that, so I can't cut my own hair. My mom would cut her own hair from time to time, and she likes to do that, and she's good at that, but not me. So the next question is, have I ever had surgery? And, I wanted to live my whole life without ever having surgery. But I guess that's not always up to us. So I had, I don't remember how long ago it was. It wasn't very long ago. 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, I had emergency appendicitis surgery, appendectomy. I wasn't feeling well. It's a long story, so I won't go into it. But it took them about 5 weeks to figure out what was going on with me. And by that time, my appendix it was cracking and bursting. So it was emergency surgery. So, but after that was out of me, I felt like a whole new person. I felt fantastic. And, but I still never want to have another surgery ever again. I just don't want to. Who wants to have surgery, Number 9 is, have you ever slept in a car? I have slept in a car many a time. Never like overnight and like, oh, we have no place to sleep, or couldn't afford a hotel and slept in the car, that kind of thing. No, and thank God I've never been homeless. It's a very tragic situation in our country, but I have driven long ways and have not been a driver, and I've fallen asleep, and on many an occasion, like I said. And then I'm going to do one more and be done. Have I ever had a bad allergic reaction? And yes, I have. I don't know. I won't say, maybe it's just something, I don't know. But I woke up, I was fairly new to Alabama, and it was springtime. I had moved here in the fall. And in the springtime, I woke up and my face was puffed way out and my eye was closed. It looked like I had been punched in the face, except there was no bruise. And had to, went to the doctor immediately, and I had some allergic reaction to something that was blooming. The doctor wasn't sure what it was, and he said, I had some allergies in up north, and he said, if you had allergies up north, he said, it's going to be a lot worse here. And it's true. I'm constantly have a draining situation in my sinuses, 365 days a year. So anyway, those are my have you evers, and I hope that you're having a wonderful Monday and enjoying the holiday if you're still off. And for those that have to work and are taking care of us, thank you for doing that. And y'all take care and count your blessings. Bye-bye.